Hello YouTube and welcome to Hidden Hacks. Today we are going to unbox a very familiar looking product called MasterAir G100M from Coolermaster and a 4GB GTX 1050 Ti. Yeah, I know, a 1050 Ti unboxing is pretty lame and late for 2018, but hey, that's enough of my needs. This is for my second video on the PC upgrade journey playlist. Let's go! The Coolermaster MasterAir G100M is a low-profile CPU cooler with heat column technology. Here's the specs. You can just pause the video or go to the link that is in the description. Here it is out of the box. The cooler with the RGB fan, a silica gel packet. I keep these things. I will use this one on my toolbox. The tool-free mounting kit with the free Coolermaster thermal paste, the RGB LED controller, and the product manual for both Intel and AMD CPUs. As usual, I'm going to wear my handy-dandy disposable gloves. So, first we're going to need to remove the stock heatsink that is currently installed on our motherboard. Yep, this is from a Pentium 4 dual-core CPU for my first PC. I used this one on my CPU because the legs or clips on the one that is supposed to be on it got broken. Now, remove the CPU. I know it looks like it has a misaligned pin but it's still working fine. After removing the CPU, we need to remove the current thermal paste that is on it using a paper towel or a lint-free cloth. Now we can either just use a plain paper towel or use a thermal paste remover solution. I will use a Tunic TR1 to remove the thermal paste more easily. Well, I guess a thermal paste remover solution does not work as good with a paper towel. I will use a lint-free cloth instead. Yep, I'm using a potato CPU. Now that it's clean, time to put it back on the socket carefully. Give it a little wiggle, then close the latch to secure it. After that, it's time to assemble the G100M mount onto the motherboard. This will be the first time that I will install an aftermarket cooler, okay? So I'm going to consult the manual. Alright, here it is. It says here that this is the B. Here is the J on the manual. We'll need to screw it on the heatsink. Here we go. Just like that. Okay, step 2. This is the E. We'll need the F and the G. These are the F ones and these are the G ones. Let's put this here and this one here, then install it on the back of the motherboard, just like that. Step 3. We need to use the K ones. It looks like this. Okay, screw, screw, screw. Don't forget to not over tighten it. Then place the heatsink here. But first, let's peel these off.
Yes, yes, yes.
Now, add some thermal paste. Alright, let's install the RAM first because we're going to have a hard time if we do that later. Now let's secure it using these things. Remember to not over tighten it or it will crush the PCB of your motherboard. Okay, now it's time to add the RGB LED controller. Connect the male pin headers on the socket that is coming from the heatsink fan, then connect it to the RGB controller. Oh wow, what a weird place to put a warranty sticker. So now that the heatsink is properly installed to the motherboard and the motherboard is back in the case, let's fire it up, shall we? The left button is for brightness level adjustments, the middle button is for color selections, and the right button is for the modes. Okay, here are the RGB modes: static, stars or blinking, breathing, cycle, stars or blink cycle. That's not on the listed modes. Cycle breathing, well, I can't seem to find the right button combination for the mirage effect. That's just sad. Now it's time to unbox the GTX 1050 Ti. Aww, it has already been opened. Well, it's okay, maybe the seller tested it to make sure that it works. I'm going to send it back if this is a defective unit. I hope not. The included manual and the CD, and the SP140s I ordered from the same seller. Finally, it's time for my GT420 to rest. Goodbye, my friend, we had a good run. Now let's install the Gigabyte Extreme engine to change the LED color of the GPU. And that's it. Thanks for watching and see you again next week.